Welcome students. Our today's session is for discussion of greatest integer function, that is known as also step function, or it is how defined and what are their domain range. We should discuss here. Okay students, so our today's topic is for greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Okay, so we should if we have a function such that y equal to with this symbol or equal to, we can take it here as this also. If y is denoted by inside the, we can say that it is a large bracket or it is also open in the top. So representation of greatest integer function is in both forms. Both are symbol of greatest integer function. So if any function is written in this form, then that is known as greatest integer function. Particularly in problem, if there is any problem related to greatest integer, so someone can confuse that it is a closed bracket or a greatest integer, but in the problem you will see that after the question there is a hint that this represents, as written in the form, that this represents greatest integer function. So in the problem you will not be confused that this is a closed interval or greatest integer function. In the question it will be clearly mentioned. So in this session we are discussing about greatest integer function. So these are signs of greatest integer function. Now we should know that what are its other names. Its other names are floor function, FLW or floor function, and it is also known as step function. Okay students, its another name is step function and floor function. So we can call the greatest integer function as floor function or step function. Okay, now we should discuss its properties. Now how greatest integer function is defined. If y is equal to, here property of greatest integer function is that its value will be always less or equal to x for all real values. It will follow that greatest integer x is always less or equal to x for all real values of x. Okay, so easily we can say easily that a greatest integer function gives exactly that particular value when x is integer, and left side value of number line when x is fraction. If x is fraction, then see on number line and decide that which value is in the left side of that particular value. And if x is integer, you have no confusion, we will write exactly that value of greatest integer. For example, if we have taken greatest integer 2, it will be 2. Okay, we should draw here number line for clear discussion. It is 0, it is 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So we should discuss the values for 0, 1, 2 and students? So here we have taken 2. 2 is which value? It is integer value. So for integer value we have no thinking time, exactly write that particular value. For it is equal to 0 for integer and less than for fraction values. So if we write here greatest integer 3.2, for 3.2 means someone here, 3.2 will be someone here, and for fraction values write just left integer value. So in the left side of 3.2 just nearest integer value is 3, just nearest left integer value is 3, so it will be 3. So in case of fraction always see left side nearest value of that particular value, and that is the answer of the greatest integer. So in the left side of 3.2 integer is just nearest integer is 3, so greatest integer 3.2 is 3. Similarly we can see here that 3.7, what is the left value of 3.7? What is the left integer value of 3.7? Nearest, that is 3. No confusion. Now we should take some negative values, and if we take negative of -3, what is greatest integer? It is exactly the integer, so its answer will be -3. Now we should take some example, that is -2.8. What is the value of -2.8 greatest integer? Now go on the number line and see that which value is in the left side of -2.8. You will see easily that -2.8 will be shown here, and in the left of -2.8 there will be -3. So answer of this is -3. So for fraction value go for left side integer value, okay, and for integer value just write that particular value. So on the basis of this you can see also that here negative of 0.5. What is the answer of this? It will be -1, because negative 0. Will be someone here, and left side of this, that is -1. So you can see the any greatest integer value on the basis of that trick, that always write left side integer value, just left side integer value for fraction, and that particular value, no change in particular value when x is integer, and in fraction case just write left side value. You will never be confused for writing the value of greatest integer function. Okay, now we should go towards the graph of greatest integer function. So our function is y equal to greatest integer x. Now how the graph of greatest integer function is drawn? We should observe some values. We should note here some values, that it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now take negative values, that are -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. These are negative values and that are positive values. Okay, so first of all we should decide that what is the value of y for this particular values. So if we discuss exactly for 0, it will be 0. Okay. We should move including 0 and before 1. After that, including 1 before 2, including 2 before 3, including 3 before 4. Okay. So when x is y is equal to greatest integer x, when x is from 0 and when x is from 0 and before 1, what will be the value? When x is 0, y is 0, when x value of any value of x is before 1, y will be also that time 0. So starting from 0 and before 1, y will be always 0. You can take any value. If x is 0, y is 0. When x is 0.5, greatest integer 0.5 will be 0, because we should take always left side of number one line value for fractional greatest integer. So in the left side of 0.5 there will be 0. So starting from 0 and before 1, y will be always 0. Now when x is greater or equal to 1 and less than 2, what is the value of y? Y will be 1. Okay, because here left value will be 1. Okay, after that, when x is greater or equal to 2 and less than 3, y is always 2, because left value of this interval is always 2. When x is greater or equal to 3 and less than 4, y is always 3. Okay. Similarly, when x is greater than or equal to 4 and less than 5, y will be 4. Okay, students. So here we have discussed the value of y for this particular values. So when our x is from 0 and before 1, y is 1, so we should draw this 0 value here. And when we go from 0 and before 1, from 0 and before 1, y is 1, so y equal to 1 line will be someone this type: 1, 2, 3 and 4. So y equal to 1 line will be here this type. Okay, this type, and in front, because 1 is included, so we should draw a circle in front of 1, and since 2 is not included, so we should take a hollow point in front of 2. Okay, in another case, when x is from 0 and before 3, y is 2, so when x is 2, then value will be 2, so in front of 2, here we should dot the circle, and here 3 is not taken, so in front of 3 we should take a hollow circle and join these points. Okay. Okay. Now when x is from 3 and before 4, this is always 3, so take a hollow circle, dark circle in front of 3 and hollow circle in front of 4. After that, join these points. Okay, exactly for 4. Similarly for 4 here also. And okay, in front of 4, it will be dark circle, and before 5, and in front of 5 it it will be hollow because 5 is not included. So this is the graph for value starting from 0 and going towards positive values. Now we should discuss the graph for negative values. So when we have included here 0, so no need to include 0. Now we should start after 0 and we should take here -1. Okay students, so when here is no equal sign with 0 and we should take here equal sign with -1. Between this portion, left side value will be always -1, so y will be always -1. And between this portion, parts greater than -1 and it is written wrong because -1 should be here and 0 should be here. Okay, when x is greater than or equal to x is greater than or equal to -1 and less than 0. Okay, when x is greater than -2 and less than -1, what is the value of y? It will be always -2 because in this interval left side value will be -2, and in this interval when x is greater or equal to -3 and less or equal to -2, okay students, it will be always -3. Okay, similarly if x is greater or equal to -3, okay, greater or equal to, now take this interval 3 to 4, greater or equal to -4 and less or equal to -3, its left side value will be always -4. So we can draw the graph for this particular situations also. Okay, so when we take here greater or equal to -1 and less than 0, it is always -1. We should take here -1, -2, okay, -3, -4. Okay, we have not included here 0, so we should take here -1 line but hollow circle in front of 0, and we have included 1, so we should take solid point in front of -1. After that, we should take a hollow circle in front of 1 and a solid circle in front of 2. Okay students, this, and after that we should draw similar values. Take a hollow circle here and after that take a solid. After that we should take here hollow circle and after that we should take solid in front of 4. This is the graph of so exactly write the circle just below this. Okay, this is the graph of greatest integer function. You can easily draw the graph by the concept as I have discussed earlier. Okay students, now we should discuss what is the domain and range of these types of function. So what's the domain? As we see here that graph is defined for every value of x. So domain is all real numbers, and what the range? Range is always integer values because output of greatest integer function is always integer values. So we can say that domain of greatest integer function is real number and range of greatest integer function is always what? Integer values. So its domain equal to all real numbers and range is integer value, and integer values are denoted by z or I. Okay, so we have discussed the domain and range also on the basis of graph, because output is only integer values. You can see here that it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4. Okay, and now here -1, -2, -3, -4. So output is always integer values. They can be negative or 0 or positive integers, but value of x is are real values, as we have covered entire x axis. Okay, students.